Hi, man. So from last two, three videos, we guys are doing easy level question, but today we'll do a medium level question on lead code. So the question is, the topic of the question is sequential digit, and the difficulty level is going to be in medium. So the question is, an integer has sequential digits if and only if each digit is the in the number is one or more than the previous digit, and return a sorted list of all the integers in the range of low and high. These are the parameters that we had given in this code, inclusive that have sequential digits. Okay. And the parameters and the examples, as you can see, low is 100 and high is 300. Means they both are the parameters for our code, and the output that we have to generate is 1, 2, 3, and 2, 3, 4. So as the question told, we have to add plus 1, means we have to add those elements which has to be sequential digits. Sequential digits means one is more than the previous one. So this that kind of sequential digit we have to make, and we have to add those numbers into the array list, and then we have to return. Okay, so for that reason, what I did, as you can see here, because we have to return an array list, so definitely we'll make an array list integer list equals a new array list, and then after we made a loop. As we know, the numbers are going to be from 1 to 9. It may not be in 0. It will not be in 0 because we don't want to start any digit from 0. Okay, and we don't want to insert any 0 between the digits because we want them sequential digits. So for that reason, we'll start our loop from 1, and we'll end our loop up to 9. Okay, and then increment for each step. And then what I did, because we have to increase our element at every digit. So for that reason, what I'm doing, I made here a next variable. In the next variable, what I'll store the next value. For storing the next value, we have to add a plus one, because let's suppose I'll store at the first place, I'll store one. So for inserting two, I have to add one, means the previous digit plus one, to insert the second digit. Okay, so one plus one becomes two, and then we'll insert the two into the element. Okay. So what I did here, I made here next, as I told, I plus one, and then is int n, which is going to be in I. This and that is a number that we have to insert in the array list, and we'll update the n time by time when the I plus one will update. Okay, the next will insert. Okay, so for that reason, as you can see, while n is not, it should be less than equals to high, and next is not should be less than equals to n. So for doing this, we have to take care that both the conditions will follow the while loop. Otherwise, then we will not proceed. So what are the conditions? N is should be less than equals to high, means the n cannot exceed up to high, the parameter that you had given. And next means the number of digits. As I told, we cannot insert zero, but yes, from 1 to 9 there are 9 digits, and the next will not exceed those 9 digits. Otherwise, then 11, 12, 13, 14 will not take those kind of elements. Then I'll update here n. So how do I update n? For updating n equals to n multiplied 10 plus next. Okay, let me explain you with the example. As you can see here, the first thing, as we start the I from 1, so I from 1, then n is right now n is 1. So n is 1, n equals to n multiplied 10 plus next, means n multiplied 10 means 1 multiplied 10 means 10 plus next means I plus 1. I plus 1 means 1 plus 1, which becomes 2. So what does it make? It makes 10 plus 2, which becomes 12. But the condition is not fulfilled. How the condition is not fruitful? Because we want let's suppose we have stored here 12, and then again, the second condition, what will happen in the second condition? The n that we have stored, it should be greater than low. Otherwise, we don't want to add, because we want a period from low to high on, and we have to add only those elements which are in the period of low and high. Okay. So for that reason, there is another condition. If condition, the n should be greater than or equals to low, and n should be go up to greater than equals to high, and then we'll add those elements. So here now still, so the condition will not will becomes false. Okay, then and then again the loop will run as you told that 12 we have stored 12 here, then 12 multiplied 10 means 120. 120 means as we do 2 here, so now we'll in the next what will store 3, so 120 plus 3 it becomes 123, and the condition now n is greater than equals to low, so the condition is fulfilled means the condition will become 9s, and the and n is greater than equals to high means that should be low and that should be high. So the condition both will become true, and then we add the n, means 123 into the array list dot add, and then we'll do n plus plus because we have to make the loop again. And then once we store the numbers into the array list, now it's time to sort them because they told us that we want a sorted list. For taking the shorter list, we cannot sort a array list as a simple array, arrays dot sort method. Okay, for sort an array list, we have to use an and collection dot sort means there is a syntax collection dot sort list, and then return those lists. Okay, so this is the thing that we have to do. Let me run that. Okay, so the both the cases has been accepted. So as you can see, our code has been accepted also, submitted also. And if we see the time complexity space complexity, so the time complexity space is going to be a linear because there is the it's going to not be linear because as we can see the here nested looping is performing here. So so the time complexity will become big of n square means it going to be quadratic. So that is the time complexity. And if we talk about the space complexity, so yes, the space complexity will going to be linear. Okay, because we had not used any another variables or anything. So yeah, for today's video, that is sufficient. And thank you. We'll meet in the next video with the next question.